Welcome to the JJ's Declutter podcast, where we tackle the mess and stress to make space for what truly matters. I'm Janice, here with Julie, and together we're sharing our best tips, tricks, and a little humor to help you declutter your home, mind, and life. Whether it's procrastination or piles of stuff, we're here to help you make real progress. Let's dive in.
Welcome back to the JJ's Declutter podcast. I'm Julie.
And I'm Janice.
And today we're going somewhere that strikes fear into the hearts of homeowners everywhere. We're talking about the garage, that place where good intentions go to die, where holiday decorations live next to bicycles that haven't been ridden since the previous decade, next to camping gear that for the trip that you keep meaning to take, next to a workbench buried under projects you started with great enthusiasm and then quietly abandoned.
The garage is the ultimate we'll deal with it later space. Every time something doesn't have a home inside the house, it goes into the garage. Every time you're not sure whether to keep something, it goes to the garage. Every time you run out of energy to make a decision, it goes to the garage. Until one day, you can't actually park your car in there anymore, and you're not entirely sure what's even in half those boxes.
Today is part one of our two-part garage series. Today, we're tackling the sorting and the letting go, the decision-making process that has to happen before any organizing can begin. Because here's something we see all the time. People try to organize a garage without first decluttering it. And all they end up with is neatly organized stuff that they don't need.
Part 2 is coming next episode, and that's where we talk about creating a truly functional garage space with smart storage solutions. But today we sort. Today we decide. Today we let go of stuff that doesn't belong in your garage or your life anymore. And because a lot of us have a lot of stuff, this episode may be a little bit longer than what you're used to. But let's do this.
Before we get into the system, let's talk about why garages are so different from other spaces you've decluttered. First, the sheer size. A garage isn't a junk drawer or a closet. It's an entire room, sometimes two. That size is both the opportunity and the challenge.
Second, the variety is overwhelming. Tools, camping gear, painting supplies, garden tools, holiday decorations, bicycles, sporting equipment, seasonal kitchen items like canning supplies, building materials, car maintenance supplies, a refrigerator or freezer, arts and craft supplies, food storage, sentimental totes of kids' clothes, and seasonal clothing. Each category needs completely different handling and different storage solutions.
A lot, right? Third, garages are usually everyone's stuff combined. Your tools, your spouse's project materials, your kids' bikes and sports equipment, shared camping gear, inherited items. Multiple people means multiple opinions about what should stay and what should go. And those conversations can get very interesting.
And fourth, hazardous materials. Old paint, pesticides, propane tanks, old car batteries, expired chemicals. You can't just throw these in regular trash, or you shouldn't. They need proper disposal, and that adds another layer to the whole process.
All of which means garages require a different pace and a different time structure than other spaces. More patience, more sessions, and a lot more grace with yourself when it takes longer than expected.
Let's talk about the time structure because this is where most people go completely off the rails with garage decluttering. They wake up on a Saturday full of enthusiasm, pull everything out, spend 3 exhausting hours making decisions, run completely out of energy, and end up with a driveway full of stuff and no energy left to deal with it.
We've all been there. So here's our recommended structure. You're going to work in 30-minute blocks. Each block has 2 parts, 24 minutes of actual sorting work, followed by a 6-minute mandatory hydration and reevaluation break.
During that 6-minute break, drink water, step back from what you've pulled out, and ask yourself 3 questions. What decisions have I made so far? What decisions still need to be made? And do I have enough time and energy left to complete this zone properly? Not just sort it, but actually deal with the trash and the donation items.
For an hour of work, 2 30-minute blocks, take a longer break. Get some food, rest your back, drink more water. Garage work is physically demanding as well as mentally exhausting. So your body and your brain both need recovery time.
And here's the most important rule. When you start a garage session, decide in advance exactly how much time you're committing to. Not, I'll work until this zone is done. Set a specific end time and honor it. Because I'll just finish this one thing turns into 4 more hours and a completely depleted human being who swears they're never doing this again.
Small, doable doses applies to garages too. You are not going to sort your entire garage in a weekend. A garage that's been accumulating for years needs multiple sessions over multiple weeks. Give yourself permission to work in stages and trust the process.
The key to sorting a garage without losing your mind is working in zones. Pick one zone, work it completely, then move to the next. Never try to sort the whole garage at once. That's the recipe for the driveway disaster we just described.
Here are the zones we typically work with: hand tools, large tools, and workbench area. Gardening and yard tools. Kitchenware like canning supplies, extra appliances, seasonal kitchen items like, the turkey roaster. Seasonal decorations, sporting equipment, including bikes and camping gear, household supplies like bulk toilet paper and cleaning supplies, refrigerator or freezer, or both, unfinished projects, building materials, and sentimental storage like, those totes of kids' clothes or and family keepsakes.
When choosing where to start, pick the zone causing you the most daily frustrations. If you can't find your garden tools every time you need them, start there. If your workbench is so buried it's unusable, start there. Quick wins build momentum, and momentum carries you through the harder zones.
Before you start any zone, get your supplies ready. Large trash bags for obvious garbage, a box for donations, a tarp or drop cloth as your sorting surface, labels and a marker, and a designated spot for hazardous items, completely separate from everything else. All right, let's talk about applying our Keep or Let's Go system in a garage context. The categories are the same, but the questions you ask are a little different for a functional workspace.
Keep. Does this item work properly? Do I actually use it? And does it have a specific home in my garage? All 3 need to be a yes. Not, I might use this someday. Not, it would work if I fixed it. Does it work? Do I use it? Does it have a place?
B is for lives elsewhere. This is huge in garages because they become catch-alls for things that actually belong inside the house. Extra dishes that belong in the kitchen, craft supplies that belong in the craft room, items you were storing temporarily 3 years ago that have simply never moved. If it belongs somewhere else, it goes back there unless you create a special zone within the garage for them.
P, trash. Broken tools that can't be repaired. Dried up paint. Empty containers. Rusted items beyond saving. Things that are genuinely garbage. And we'll address hazardous items specifically in just a moment.
This is for sentimental, and that's going to be those totes of kids' clothes, old sports trophies, tools inherited from your father, maybe even the cedar chest that was your mother's hope chest. So those kinds of things, they're going to need more time. You're going to need more time than a garage sorting session allows when we're getting into sentimental. So set them aside in a designated spot and schedule a separate dedicated session just for them. Don't let them slow down your garage momentum today.
And GO goes out. Working tools you don't need, duplicate items, sporting equipment nobody uses, bikes that don't fit anyone, good quality items that could genuinely help someone else. These go in the donation pile, get posted on your neighborhood app, or go to a specific person you know would love them.
Well, now let's talk specifically about hazardous materials because almost every garage has them and most people handle them incorrectly. Old paint cans, pesticides, herbicides, fertilizers, pool chemicals, propane tanks, um, gas cans for the lawnmower, old car batteries, motor oil, antifreeze. These cannot go in your regular trash.
These items are genuinely hazardous to the environment, and in many places, it's illegal to throw them in regular trash or pour them down the drain. The good news is that most communities have free hazardous waste disposal options. In Julie's area, they take them to something that's called a Hazo House, and that's at their local dump. It's completely free and they handle everything properly.
Your area will have something similar, though it might be called something different. Search hazardous waste disposal plus your city or county name, and you'll find your local options. Some areas have dedicated facilities, some have periodic drop off events, and some transfer stations have permanent hazardous waste areas.
As you sort your garage, set up a specific corner just for hazardous items, completely separate from your regular trash and donation piles. Keep them contained and clearly identified. Then make a specific plan and date to get them to proper disposal. Don't sort them and leave them sitting in a pile indefinitely. Now, in my community, electronics need to be taken to the same place as the hazardous waste place. So in our garage, we have a, I think it's like a 5 gallon black pot that you would plant a tree in. But we use one for the electrical stuff. We use one for like glass things that can't be put into the garbage. And then in another area, we have all the hazardous waste. So it's all in the back room of the garage.
A quick note about old paint specifically, since most garages have at least a few old cans, latex paint can often just be dried out and thrown in regular trash. Leave the lid off until it's completely dry, or you can add kitty litter to speed up the drying. Oil-based paint, though, always needs to go to hazardous waste. So when in doubt, take it to your hazardous waste disposal because they will tell you, oh no, you can throw that one away. And I would rather have them do that than have someone yell at me because I threw away a hazardous thing.
Let's talk about unfinished projects because this is one of the most emotionally charged categories in any garage. The half-built bookshelf, the furniture you were going to refinish, the engine you were going to rebuild. They're all sitting there with a mixture of accusation and hope.
Here are questions we want you to ask yourself about each unfinished project. First, what's the original reason that you started this? Was it a genuine need, a creative impulse, or just going to do this moment?
Second, is that reason still valid? Do you still need what this project would produce? Is that creative impulse still alive in you?
Third, is there a different, newer reason you want to finish it? Sometimes projects evolve and take on new meaning or new purpose.
Fourth, are you hesitant to let it go simply because of what you've already spent on it? This is called sunk cost thinking, and it keeps people trapped and with unfinished projects for years. The money spent is gone whether you finish the project or not. The only question is whether finishing it serves your life right now.
And fifth, are you just over it? Be honest. You're allowed to change your mind, even if you're not female. Just saying. You're allowed to let go of a project that no longer excites you. Donating the materials to someone who is excited about it is completely valid and generous choice.
And if after all those questions you decide to keep a project, set a specific deadline, not someday, an actual calendar date. I'm finishing this by October 1st. If that date arrives and you haven't touched it, that's your answer.
Yep. So let's briefly address those sentimental totes, the bins of kids' clothes, old sports uniforms, childhood keepsakes. These usually ended up in the garage because you couldn't make a decision about them when they were in the house. The garage became their holding space.
Apply, keep, or let's go, but give yourself extra grace and extra time. These aren't quick decisions. Ask yourself, are you keeping these for yourself or for your children? If for your children, do they actually want them? Have you asked?
Items be repurposed into something meaningful. A memory quilt from kids' clothes, for example. Could photos honor the memory without keeping every physical item? And if you're keeping them, are they stored in a way that's actually preserving them, or are they getting damaged sitting in a bin?
Remember, quality over quantity. 5 meaningful, well-preserved items beat 50 mystery totes every time. And if these items need a deeper conversation, go back and listen to our sentimental and heirloom items episode for more guidance.
All right, declutterers, here's your part 1 action. Pick one garage zone and set your timer for 24 minutes of sorting. Take your 6-minute hydration and reevaluation break, and then do another 24 minutes. Decide in advance how long you're going to be working today and honor that commitment. And if it's only 30 minutes that you have to give it, that's fine too.
Use keep or let's go for every decision. Ask the 5 questions for unfinished projects. Set sentimental totes aside for a dedicated session. Identify your hazardous materials and research your local disposal options before you start so you're ready to handle them properly.
When you're done sorting, come back here for part 2, where we're going to show you exactly how to turn that sorted, decluttered garage into a truly functional space with smart storage solutions that actually work.
Now, if you're looking at this garage project and thinking, I need support, I need accountability, I need someone to work alongside me, that is exactly what our Clutter Crushers Club provides. Live 90-minute Zoom sessions on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday and the 2nd and 4th Wednesday, all at 4 p.m. Pacific.
That's a minimum of 6 hours every month of dedicated decluttering time. And it's with us and a whole community of people who completely understand what you're going through. Because garage work is hard and you shouldn't have to do it alone. Find all the details at abcdeclutter.com.
And if you'd like personalized one-on-one guidance, if you want to talk through your specific garage situation and create a plan that works for your space and your life, we offer one-on-one assessment calls. Head to abcdeclutter.com to schedule yours.
With all that being said, keep it simple.
Keep it intentional. And as always, keep decluttering. See you in part 2.
We'll be right here waiting for you, practicing our outgoing message.
Thanks for joining us on the JJ's Declutter podcast. If you're ready to keep simplifying, follow us for more tips and join our Facebook community to share your wins and challenges. Subscribe here because it's always more fun to declutter with friends. And thanks in advance for leaving us a review.